Hello, welcome to the Mobs Power Plugin Showcase. This is where I'll try to present as clearly and quickly as I can all there is to this plugin. Link to download this will be obviously in the description of the video. So let's start with the mobs themselves. As you might have already know, this plugin focuses on boosting certain mobs and giving you some unique powers in return for killing them. There will be a graphic description of every mob statistics somewhere in the corner of this video. This way I hope it will be easier to understand everything. Also, this plugin should be fully interactive in terms of damage numbers with easy, normal and hard difficulty, making it basically a slightly harder normal, hard and nightmare mode instead. So first we have zombies. Oh, maybe. Whatever, can be a baby one. So zombies are counted as undead mobs, undead category, and killing undead mobs at first gives you just a simple regeneration for killing them. At the last level, however, it also gives you an immunity to poison and instant damage and give you healing instead. So as you may see, I've killed him and I've get some regeneration. At first it's very short regeneration, but it gets better over time. Next mobs are skeletons. There are normal skeletons, wither skeletons, there are also undead, and they also give you regeneration for killing them. As you may see, all skeletons have enchanted bows to make them a bit harder. Next we have spiders. Spiders are basically pretty quick. I'll try to show you maybe. First I'll kill this guy and I made him chase me. So as you may see, he's pretty fast. That's also why for killing him you gain the speed boost effect. So now going to the another, I'm missing a button here, like that. Here is Creeper. As you may see, he is electrocharged, and yes, that's how all creepers are in this plugin. Every creeper is electrocharged. Also, they have reduced knockback by about 50%, so it will be a bit harder to poke them to death. And for killing them, you get this nice little effect, which will, I'll take this, which basically makes you able to explode yourself. Whoa. Like that. It also does some significant damage, and on top of it, it gets better with levels. Like right here you can see that you can unlock the resistance effect to somehow make it possible to survive this explosion. If you're quick enough, you can notice there is a resistance just before the explosion happens, and it goes up to resistance 4, which is basically, I think, 80% damage reduction, so it should be fairly much. Next we have Enderman, and Enderman is basically the same as it is, except it has quite bigger damage. That's also why it gives you strength. Next we have Iron Golem. Iron Golem, as you may expect from hard iron, gives you resistance effect. This resistance effect still interacts, you could call it, with the exploding. Right now it's only resistance 1, but if I explode, it does jump to resistance 4 for this little moment. Hello, it's me from the future. I forgot to add that golems have some RNG damage mechanic, which varies somewhere around 50% up and down. So the damage numbers you see on the screen are the arithmetic average of the damage. Next we have axolotls, and what does the axolotl have, you may wonder? Well, I think you do know the answer. I just need to kill a couple more of them. Ah, yes. Passive regeneration under 50% HP. Yes, exactly as the description says. It basically means that if I take damage below half HP, regeneration will activate. With higher level, the duration of the regeneration only gets longer. It doesn't get better, but it's still a nice thing to have. Next we have a rabbit. Well, this is pretty simple. Rabbit gives you jump boost. Next there is Dolphin. You also need to kill a couple of dolphins, like I think 3. Yes. This gives you Dolphin's Grace effect, which basically makes you swim faster. And next we have Guardians, and Guardians give you conduit power. First it gives you only for some minutes to make it easier to actually farm those Guardians and get the underwater briefing for this period of time, but after killing some of them, later it increases to 5 minutes. You get the infinite conduit power. And as you may or may not know, conduit power gives you the underwater briefing forever, and also gives you kind of like a night vision underwater. Next there is the Elder Guardian, and Elder Guardian gives you what every Guardian has, and that is passive thorns. Firstly, the thorns deal like 2 damage. I'll try to show it to you guys, maybe on some basic zombie. So there we have a zombie, he has full HP, and he took 2 damage. Come here. Yeah, he takes 2 damage from hitting me. So the thorns work as intended. Obviously it doesn't work when you're blocking with a shield or something like that. You need to actually take some damage for it to activate. And killing more Guardians, I think about 3 of them, gives you more damage from the thorns, from 2 to 3, and that's about everything. Next we have a bat, simple bat, and killing them gives you night vision. Similarly to the Guardians earlier, you need to kill a couple of them in order to unlock the infinite night vision, and in this case you actually get this special item, which is fermented spider eye, which you can right click to enable and disable the night vision if someone wanted to, you know, have normal vision or something. Next we have chickens, and chickens give also a pretty simple power, which they normally have. Yes, and they basically give you slow falling. You can also right click the feather to disable and enable it, just like with the spider eye. And yeah, you have slow falling just like the chicken does. Next we have nether mobs, which is Magma Cube, Blaze, and also the Ghast. And all of them give you the same thing, which is fire resistance. You need to also kill a couple of them in order to get this effect. I don't remember how much exactly you need to kill, but doing that, so you get the infinite fire effect for killing enough of them instantly. Next we have Endermites and Silverfishes. I've made them like in the same category, and both of them also give the same effect, which is haste, because they like instant break the blocks they're in. I thought that maybe haste would be somewhat logical for them. And also for killing enough of them you get the infinite haste instead of just the temporary one. Next we have Shulker, and killing Shulker gives you what Shulker does, and that means right click Shulker shell to turn on and off levitation projectiles. Exactly what it says. It only works on projectiles, it doesn't work on your melee hits. I can show it like that, nothing happens. But if I shoot with a bow or a crossbow, wait, is it? Okay, now it's turned on. He's levitating for a moment. And you can kind of infinitely shoot him in the air like that. Killing more Shulkers gives you a little longer levitation effect on your targets. Next we have slimes and all the Pillagers, the evoker, like that. And all of them give also the same effect, since I think they're just basic normal people with eventually some equipment, well, except slime, but so all of them basically give the same thing, which is absorption. Killing this gives me some hearts of absorption. I need to kill the evoker feast because he's summoning these annoying ghosts. Damn it. Yes, and depending on what type it was, it gets you more hearts. So right now, like for killing the evoker, I've gotten 6 hearts, while for killing the pillager I've got only 2 hearts. Okay, get out. Killing slime gives me also some hearts. It depends on the size of the slime. And killing Vindicator, wait, let me go to the nether first, okay. So here we have similar thing, which are Piglins and Brute and Hoglin. And they also give you the absorption hearts, depending on what type of mod they give more or less. But Hoglins and Ravagers, back in the other world, give you saturation. So now you can see I'm about 1.5 lost hunger. Killing them restores my hunger, gives me saturation, and the same thing applies to the Ravager. Okay. So killing Ravager gives the same thing as killing the Hoglins. Next we have a Witch, and Witch, as you may know, applies poison and yes, instant damage. So this is the perfect moment to show you like that, what having the maximum level of undead mobs looks like. So this is, now I have the maximum level of undead mobs, and as you may read right here, healing from poison and instant damage unlocked. That basically means not that thing. That basically means what it says. I got poisoned, it removes itself, and instead I get regeneration from this poison. Oh, like here you can see. Same things goes for the instant damage. It deals 0 damage and instant works kind of like instant health potion. Witches also give you some unique item, which is a lingering potion of harming, and what is kind of special about this potion is that even though I have this instant damage immunity, this potion still deals damage to me with this immunity. So it might be used in some eventually PvP settings, that even if players have this undead effect maxed out, you can still somewhat deal magic damage to them. And next we have Vexes and Phantoms. You might have seen earlier Vexes, and as well as Vexes as Phantoms have a chance to drop Elytras. The multipliers are different from both of them. Vexes have 80% to drop Elytra and Phantoms have only 40%. Next we have the boss monsters. Last free 1, 2 and later the dragon as a free. So Wither is basically a Wither. Killing him, let me take a moment. Okay, so killing the Wither gives you a Wither effect on hits, and also as a nice little bonus you have the Wither effect immunity, just like with the poison and instant damage, but it doesn't heal you like those two before. It just gives you the immunity. So Wither effect works just the way it says it works. You hit and you apply Wither to the enemy mobs. It works as well with normal attacks as with projectiles. And if we're already hitting the Warden, killing him, it will also take a moment. And killing Warden gives you a health boost. I have some additional hearts, which work like normal hearts. And Warden also drops, I just decided that why not, he may also drop some netherite scrap. Because it kind of sucks that he doesn't give you anything else like that. Killing 2 Wardens gives you even more health boost. So it goes up to double the health you can get. The final mob in this plugin is the Ender Dragon. And with Ender Dragon there is a kind of a unique case, you could call it, where he has basically the same HP as it had before, but I don't want the strength effect right now. Now I have no effects. This axe deals exactly 10 damage. So that means if I hit the Ender Dragon in the head, it deals only half of the damage. 10 damage axe 5 damage when I hit him in the head, and some other reduced damage when I hit him in his body. Now I'm gonna kill him using this OP weapon. So as the text says, for killing the Ender Dragon you get, basically you can fly, like in game mode. I'm gonna switch to the survival mode again and get this. If you have Elytra, which you should be able to get pretty easily, even from grinding the phantoms, you can equip it, and then you can double tap your spacebar to fly around like in creative, but a little bit slower to balance it out a bit. Flying like that also reduces the Elytra's durability, the same at the same rate as if you were flying with it. So you can also use it to like kind of combo it, you can fly to gain some height and then use the normal Elytra to be faster. So you know, there's also some nice little combinations and possibilities to use that. Another bonus with that is that if you have the Elytra equipped, you gain fall damage immunity. No fall damage at all. So the last thing about this plugin to show would be the comments. And with comments there are a couple, one of which would be also the most important one, I think, would be the /show comment. That comment basically displays all of your killed mobs, all of your progress. As you might here see, I have almost 0 on everything because I've earlier cleared all my scores. Second comment would be /infoBook. This command gives you a book, also which briefly explains what I've been just talking about regarding mobs effects. It has the description of the mobs, what type of mobs are counted towards what, like here you can see all of them are listed, and what killing them gives you at what level, like right here for example, Guardian, 1 kill gives you conduit power, 5 kills give you for 5 minutes, and 10 kills give you the infinite one. So you can also always just type this /infoBook to get this book and see what you need to see. Another command from this would be the resetScores command /resetScores, which I've used previously, and this command has 2 options, which is all and myself. resetScores myself basically I've mistyped. Basically resets all of your scores. In this case it only reset my Ender Dragon kills, so previously. If you're an admin, you can also use this with the all option. Hello guys, I'm back. The comment should be now fixed. Everything should now work as intended. So as I was saying, you can use the resetScores all to reset all scores of every player, offline or online, should work either way. This should bring all of these scores back to 0. Another command is deathReset, and you can treat it very similarly to keep inventory. Game rule keep inventory true or false. This works very similarly to that. You can also type true or false. or true. And this basically, what does it mean is that I have now 0 scores, so let me kill one Enderman quickly. Now I have one Enderman killed, and now if I die and type show again, I have 0 Enderman killed again. Also, one last thing, you can also type help mobs powers to basically display all of these commands like that, and you can also type help with a specific command, like for example resetScores, to show you the description of it and all the possible options you can choose from. Okay, and one last thing I would like to mention is that in this plugin, in this plugin showcase as well, I was using ActionHealth Plugin to display the healths of all the mobs, so I would also really recommend using it alongside my plugin. And with that, I think that will be everything for this plugin. Have fun or nightmares!